this is what we're going to talk about tonight, is getting into the big leagues and being able to lock arms with a company that has been said by many to become the next big one, the next large company. We have been told, not just by myself, you heard it from Dave's lips this morning, we will become $1 billion company. You're hearing it from my lips tonight. We will become $1 billion company. And we have heard that from evaluator after evaluator after evaluator. We are hearing it from people who know, who look at companies like this. This is the next big one. And for $50 a month, you have the opportunity, better yet, actually you have the blessing. It's a blessing to be able to have a business partner like Trent. I want to spend a little more time tonight on Trent because I don't get to talk about him enough. I had an amazing conversation with him today. I've had amazing conversations with people in corporate over the past several days. I will not go into what those conversations were, but I will say this. Dave made some announcements this morning that were amazing, talking about the global store and all of this kind of stuff. Everything they talked about is coming, and it's coming in a big way. So what's Trent's background? We talk a lot about the bank, and we talk about things. Do you know how much experience he has working with banks? Do you know how much experience he has working with fintech, with payment solutions, and with large business people all over the place? If anybody even had an inkling, even knew a little bit about this gentleman's background, you would pay a lot more than $50 a month just to pick his brain, yet alone becoming a business partner with him. It is absolutely amazing what this opportunity that we've got in front of us. The first rule in business, Business 101, suggests surround yourself with people who can. Surround yourself with winners, with successful people. That's how you become success, because success breeds success. And it's not just Trent. We have tremendous partners in our network, amazing leaders in our network, people that have made a lot of money individually. I was successful as an entrepreneur. I chose our network. I could have chosen in a number of many different opportunities. I chose our network because of guys like Trent, because of the other leaders, because of the vision of this company. The concept is absolutely incredible. And let me tell you something right now. While many companies continue earning more money, okay, many people are wondering what would happen to them if they lost one paycheck. You've got guys sitting in boardrooms right now as I speak, strategizing, how do we gain more market share? How do we make more money on this person, more money on that person? And they're becoming richer and richer, bigger and bigger and bigger, while we have over 40% of our population wondering what would happen to them if they missed out on one paycheck. We have over 65% of people in our country, here in America, and probably around the world, that would be in poverty, being without just 2 paychecks. That is horrible. That is sad. And that's got to change. One of the core principles in our business is lose your life in the betterment of others. That means build them up, pick them up, pull them up from where they are right now. The last thing I want anybody to do is go to bed at night wondering how they're going to pay their bills, wondering how they're going to pay their mortgage, wondering how they're going to feed their family. Screw that. Forget that. I'm tired of it. I'm fed up with it. I hate watching people financially struggle. I hate it with a passion. One of the reasons I became a master member of our network was to help change that on a small scale, on a large scale. That means something to me because it's important. I may not have time to go help people paint a fence or wash your car, do this every day, and there's only 24 hours in a day, but what I can do is help people better themselves financially. I can do that. And if I can even be a small part of that, I am going to work my butt off to do it. Because every single day people become rich, and every single day people fall into poverty. It happens every day. Someone goes up while other people are going down. And let me tell you a little secret. A lot of these large companies, It's about market share. It's about products being sold. How much money can we make this quarter versus next quarter? They go every 3 months. They go by quarters. And they sit in these boardrooms and they figure it all out. And they don't care about you or your neighbor down the street. You are a dollar sign to these guys. I'm just being realistic. You are a dollar sign. Because when they talk to you, they don't call you by your first name. They say, this group right here, this demographic, they're 25 to 30 years old. This is what they like to do. This is the kind of product they want to purchase. This is the price we can charge. This is how much money we can make off of this group. This is how much money we can make off of this group over here. This is how much money we can make off of this group over there. And they do it, and they're darn good at it. And they build multi-billion-dollar companies because of it. And then they hire employees. They hire the person right there holding up the sign. You have a choice every single day when you wake up in the morning, if you're going to be successful or not. And you have to make that decision, excuse me, every day. Every single day. Not once. You cannot commit to something and say, I'm going to do it, and then change your mind a week later because it's hard. Or change your mind 2 months later because it's hard. That decision needs to be made every single time you get out of bed in the morning. You have a choice what kind of life you live financially. And if you are teetering around poverty, you're going to feel more despair, doubt, fear. A lot of people are not willing to take chances. They're skeptical. They're too careful. They're closed-minded. But you know what that does? It does not allow them to see real opportunities, and they become more stressed. They have more hardships and more insecurity. That's the payoff. By being too careful, that's the payoff in many cases. What they could be doing is making that choice every time they wake up in the morning, say, I want something better. Darn it, I deserve something better. Why can this person have it and I don't have it? Because that person went and got it. That person went and worked their butt off and achieved success. Now they have freedom, joy, elation, a sense of accomplishment, which to me means more than anything. Success, they're able to pay it forward and help you if you're willing to listen to them. They have a sense of pride, enjoyment, fulfillment, financial security, and they are setting a great example to you, to anybody willing to watch, to listen, to their families, to their friends, to their children, to their spouses, to everybody, because they made that decision when they got up every single morning. I will become successful. And guess what? It didn't happen for them overnight either. It didn't. So let's be real for a moment. There are two types of people in this world. There are merchants and there are consumers. And you're either a merchant or you're a consumer. You may be both, but you're at least one or the other. Typically, if you're a merchant, you're also a consumer because everybody consumes. We all buy something. We all buy clothes. We all buy food. Some of us travel. Many of us have cars. Many of us pay mortgages. Many of us buy pharmaceuticals. We buy prescriptions. We buy medications. Many of us, we're all consumers. So why not learn how to also become a merchant? Because I'll tell you a little secret. Merchants are the ones making all the money. Because you're either a consumer working for a merchant or you're a merchant selling to a consumer. Because you can sell a service. If you have a service, are you not a merchant? If you own your own gym and you're offering a service, you're a merchant. In a sense, you're a merchant. If you're selling any product at all, tangible product, anything like that, you're a merchant. While these guys are figuring out ways to make money over and over off of all of these consumers, and you're sitting there thinking, wow, man, I'd love to start a new business. You've got options. There's a lot of things you can do. But what I'm going to propose to you tonight is something a little different. Instead of competing against these guys that have 2 floors of attorneys, consultants up the wazoo, and millions or billions of dollars, millions of marketing dollars, you can make that choice. I will go compete against these guys and see how far I get. Or I can join these guys. I can join them. Here's another opportunity you have here. About 10 years ago, John Taylor, PhD, he wrote a piece about network marketing products and the quality and their pricing. Now, yes, true, some of the pricing may have changed a little bit here and there, but there was a bottom line. And that was that these products were grossly overpriced. And they're overpriced for certain reasons. One of them being because they had all these distributors they had to pay. And you're probably sitting there thinking, well, don't we need to pay our members? Yes, but we have multiple streams of income and streams of revenue allowing us to pay our members. We're set up differently. But the typical network marketing company, they have a product. It's usually a juice, a powder, a pill, a potion, weight loss, survival, whatever it may be. And they're asking you to become a merchant. And they're asking you as a merchant to sell this product over market value against the guys that are sitting in boardrooms that can strategize and sell it to the consumers for about 20 to 50% of the cost on the market. Network marketing companies should never dictate pricing. The open market will always win. Always. Always, always. The market dictates what something costs, not somebody because they have to pay 100,000 distributors. Because that person, that's a losing proposition. That's why 1 to 3% of the people make the money. Because they go and they work their butts off. They work hard and they work so hard over and over and over again. And you know what happens to many of them? They're constantly replacing their downlines. If you don't believe me, ask people that have been down that road. I've been down that road. Many of us have been down that road. It is a tough road. I'm just a realist, okay? I don't blow smoke. I don't sell rainbows. I just don't. I am the merchant who does not sell rainbows. I sell reality. I just tell it how it is. And bottom line, you're being asked to sell things that are overpriced and competing against the guys that can just whoop you. Because they are going to get the consumers, because the consumers, think about it. Think about this for a moment. If 40% of the people in this country are one paycheck away from potentially losing their house or going into poverty, how can they afford your $200 a month juice? Think about that for a moment. And then they got to turn around and sell it, and they got to retail it to their friends and family who may be in a similar situation. Doesn't it make more sense to offer them something more reasonable for the little guy? And think about this too. If 1 to 3% of the people make it, how about the other 97%? If your market is that 1 to 3%, wouldn't you like to open up your opportunity to 100% to everybody? Doesn't that give you a much better chance of increasing your business, your exposure, selling your product, just by being able to offer it for less and even below retail? Doesn't that make sense? Think about it as I go through this presentation. I don't care what kind of money you make. People love discounts. They love the ability to save. It makes them feel good. Plus, a lot of people are stretching their dollars as it is. Offer them a real business opportunity where they can go in there and they can get the best bang for their buck. They can save more than they pay. They don't have to take on all of this ridiculous overhead and compete against these mammoths out there. Give them a fighting chance. Give them a real opportunity. Give them a hybrid affiliate program. Give them e-commerce. Give them retail. Give them convenience. Give them all this stuff that they can give to their consumers at below retail. Because they're either going to save on cash back or discount something, but they've got to give something to themselves and their consumers that makes sense for the 100% and not the 3%. And then the little guy can make it in business. And then you can become like me and help people change their financial life. And that feels really, really good. When you see their faces light up because they're making money for the first time in a long time, making more than they thought they could, and they're having success even at a small scale because they know more success will come, that can change their life. And if you can be a small part of that, man, what a great feeling that is. So let's talk about some of this other stuff. Let's talk about e-commerce. Let's talk about facts. Know the facts. If you went out and said, all right, you know what? I like the idea of locking arms with the big guys, but you know what? I think I want to compete against them. I'm good enough. Okay, great. Go for it. Let me share the facts with you. E-commerce website, low end costs you about $5,000. High end about $100,000. These are the facts. Monthly maintenance for e-commerce site is $300 a month. That does not include local SEO. You've got to rank. People need to find you. Go pay $450 plus a month on a regional or state level. Go pay $5,000 or more a month on a national level so people can see your products and hope you have the buying power. That because even if they see them, doesn't guarantee they're going to buy them because they have Google. Some people still use Yahoo. Bing, I don't know about Bing, but Google and Yahoo, right? Mostly Google. They're going to find that product somewhere else for less. So you can spend all this time and money, and are you going to really sell that much product? I don't know. I can tell you right now, the numbers are against you. Between 12 and 24 million e-commerce sites at any given time in the world today, and 650,000 or less sells more than $1,000 of product per year. Not $1,000 of profit, $1,000 of product per year. Why is that? Because the big guys dominate that space. That's why. That's why I would recommend locking your arms with the big guys. Do business with guys like Trent, who has been grossly successful, and lock arms with multi-billion-dollar businesses willing to share revenue with you. It's a much easier path. Much easier path. You don't have to warehouse, you don't have to ship, you don't have to pay drop shipping fees. All that costs more money, which means what? You have to increase the cost of your product. You got to make up for that. You've got to make up that money somewhere because you have a hard cost. The product's going to cost you money to either manufacture if you're manufacturing it or to purchase it from your wholesaler or whatever. But you've got all these other additional costs. You're going to have to make up for that somewhere, and that comes in your pricing, which is going to hurt your bottom line because your sales are going to suffer. I'm just being real here. I'm not trying to discourage you from doing it. What I'm saying is there's a better way to do it because it is an uphill battle to say the least, because you are competing, like I said, against millions of marketing budgets, purchasing power, relationships they have, contracts, credibility, branding. They don't know your brand, but they recognize this one. This one, wow, I can get this one for less than this, and I know what this is. Where do you think they're going to purchase it from? As a consumer, where would you buy it from as a consumer? Think about when I think about business and sales, and too many people lose sight of this. What would you do as a consumer? You want to be good at sales? You want to be good at presenting or putting a store together or e-commerce or anything? Think about it from your point of view as a consumer. What would I like? If I saw this jacket and I saw the same jacket, I saw it for less here, I can get it for less and I can potentially make a commission when I tell people about this. Which jacket would you buy? Ask yourself that question. Which one would you buy? I mean, why not lock arms? Because what if these huge retailers that are sitting in these large boardrooms with 2 floors of consultants and millions of dollars in marketing budget, what if they decided to start sharing revenue with you? What if they said, you know what, we're going to go ahead and create this big global mall, and we're going to go out there and we're going to say, look, I want to compete against my nemesis. My nemesis. Who is their nemesis? It's Amazon, isn't it? We are so lucky right now because they had somebody come become a giant and start passing them up online. Because a couple years ago, this would not be a possibility, my friends. It wouldn't be because they were doing just fine. But now that they have their nemesis, they're our nemesis. Now they have a nemesis. So now what are they going to do? They're going to join forces with us. And they'll say, look, consumer, we need your help. We need you to shop with us again and stop shopping with these other guys. That's what's going on. So in order to incentivize you to do that, we will give you a discount, or we'll give you cash back, or we're going to give you something over and above where you're going to get somewhere else. And we're going to tie it and lock arms with an organization who has taken the best of network marketing, and we're going to say, look, build a team. Don't just become an affiliate of mine and get paid on what you do. Build a team and get paid on potentially thousands of shoppers, thousands of them. For $50 a month, you can lock arms with the titans in this industry, and you can share revenue with the big guys, and you can partner with people like Trent and Richard and Troy and Kevin and Roger and all of these trainers and people that have had success in harder plans. You talk to me, have I made money in network marketing? Yes, I've made money in tougher plans than this. So has Ed, so has John, so has Dave and the others. And they're teaching you how to make money in the industry, and they're giving you this, a much easier path. Think about that for a moment. Think about how big our network really is. We have not even talked about the bank yet. This is just the marketplace, the participation marketplace. Somebody in the UK saves on a pair of jeans. Somebody in Canada just got paid because they shop. Who do you know right now who shops online? Think about it this way too. Right now we have this thing going on with the virus and all that. We all know about it. The world knows about it. I have a good friend right now. He has a studio. He had to close it down for several weeks. And I felt so bad for it. I saw it. I was like, oh my gosh, darn it. Darn it. Small business owners are getting crushed right now. Because the first things, anytime I go back to 2010. I had a clinic that was doing really, really well, but it was extracurricular stuff. That's the first thing people stop buying is extra. But they're not going to stop buying food. They're not going to stop buying clothing. They're not going to stop. That's the last thing they stop buying. And we're going to be able to offer all of it at a discount. Think of where that puts you as a business owner, as an entrepreneur. Think about what you're getting for the $50 a month. I'll tell you something right now. If your mindset isn't here, fix it. Get it here. Get your mind right. Allow yourself to think like entrepreneurs. Because I'll tell you one thing. I know people that spend years and years and years going to school, and they spend thousands, sometimes hundreds of thousands of dollars. I want to ask you one simple question. Would you rather own the school, or would you rather be a student at the school? Because I don't know if I need to tell you how much money those universities make. They make a lot of money on people learning how to become consumers and employees, as opposed to entrepreneurs. So I'll ask you again, would you rather own the school, or would you rather be a student there? So I'll tell you right now, there's two different types of mindsets, and that separates you from the merchants and the consumers. It's your mindset. It's not how much money they grew up with. I grew up broke. I had nothing. I did not grow up with a silver spoon in my mouth. I didn't. But I became a merchant because of my mindset. Because failure is not an option. In fact, failure is an opportunity to grow. It's a growth mindset. I can learn to do anything I want to learn how to do. I need to be willing to put in the time. I need to learn to fall right on my face and be flat and get my butt up and do it again and again and again and as many times as it takes until I learn to refuse to lose and I learn how to do it the right way. My effort and attitude determine my abilities. Feedback is constructive. not painful. It's constructive. I am inspired by the success of others, and I like to try new things. That is a mindset of a winner. Too many of us are in the fixed mindset. Failure is a limit of my abilities. If you convince yourself of that, you'll be stuck. I'm either good at it or I'm not. Bogus. That is total BS. There's things that I have sucked at, that I've learned to become better at over time. We can all get better. In fact, if you wake up in the morning, you ask yourself one question. Am I giving it my all? Am I giving it my best? And the answer should always be no. Because I've said people, well, I'm trying my hardest, I'm trying my best. No, you're not. Because that skill keeps increasing and increasing. Because as soon as you get better at something, you can get a little better and a little better and a little better and a little bit. You'll never be at your best. You'll always be chasing your best. So if in your mind, well, I'm doing my best, you've already failed. You've put a ceiling on yourself. You should always become better and better and better. Because that's how the mind works. That's how the human spirit works. The day you say, I've done my best, is the day you're lying to yourself and you're going to fail. You should always be chasing improvement because it is a moving scale. That's the mindset of a winner. So let me ask everybody this question. What does $50 a month get you? Right now, as a consumer, what does $50 a month get you? If you had a significant other, a friend, or anybody, it's a dinner and a movie. That's it. $50 right now is about a dinner and a movie for 2 people a month. So for the cost of a dinner and a movie, are you willing to be able to learn how to become financially free? To set that goal out in front of you and to chase it. And to lock arms with winners and to lock arms with multi-billion-dollar companies who are willing to share revenue. Out of these 2 options, which one sounds better for you? Because I'll tell you what $50 a month gets you with rNetwork. It gives you brand name retail partners. It gives you multiple discounts and gives you word of mouth marketing, which is a lot less expensive than other marketing. It gives you travel discounts. It gives you mobile discounts. It gives you retail discounts. It gives you discounts on prescriptions and medications. It gives you discounts on mortgages, all sorts of discounts. And more discounts come. You'll make up for that $50 a month. What if you had an opportunity right now to go to somebody that is struggling a little bit and say, you know what, I want to help you build a business, and at the same time, I want to help you save. I want to help you create the money and the space and the breathing room to start your own business. Let's lock arms, and I'm going to show you how to save the $50. Maybe we'll be lucky and I can show you how to save $100 or more a month. What do you normally buy? What do you normally do? What are your habits? What's this? What's that? I'm going to help you save that. I'm going to help you create this space. Then I'm going to help you get 3 people so your business is free anyway. Forget about just the discounts. Let's get you 3 business partners so your business is free forever. How cool is that? Ladies and gentlemen, there's nothing on God's green earth like rNetwork. Nothing. You can look around, you can search, and you can search all you want. I invite you right now, go sell that juice. And you go become amazing at it, and best of luck. I think it's great, but you're not going to change the fact that 1 to 3% of the people there will make money, because it's been like that for decades. It's been that when you research this kind of stuff, and it's been like that for as long as they've been around, decades and decades and decades, it's not just going to change all of a sudden. If you do the same thing, you're not going to change anything. You've got to be different. You've got to do something different. Ever heard that old saying, if you can't beat them, join them? What are we doing with these retailers? And again, it's like putting an army together. We're taking, okay, you know what? Gosh, I don't know. This big piranha, I call it, big Amazon, they're killing us. They're killing the big guys just like they're killing the little guys. So now we get to put our resources together for the first time ever and make a difference for the little guy. Finally, Finally, a difference for the little guy. And what will that do for you as a big guy? How will that help your team with retention? How will that help your team with growth? Do you really want to build another team and work your butt off for the next year only to lose 80 to 90% of them? Do you really want to do that again? Because if you do, I can show you how to do it. I can definitely show you how to do it. Do you want to be that little guy that says, well, you know what? I don't know if this one does cure cancer. At least I think it cures cancer. Do I want to go ahead and do it? Because I can tell you right now, I can show you 50 other products that claim the same thing for a lot less money. It's what the consumer wants. What the consumer is going to purchase, what is going to be attractive to the consumer is what's going to grow your business. Period, end of story. That's the retention. That's the sustainability. Everything in your business is a consumer, because what did we say before? There's two types of people in this world. There are merchants and there are consumers. That's it. You have to have something that's consumer friendly, or you do not have a real business. You don't. That's just the truth. Those are the hard facts. Whether you love me, you hate me, doesn't matter to me. I tell the truth. Those are the hard facts. Take care of the consumer, and only you can choose. You choose what you want to do. One thing I loved on this call this morning, when they were talking about you can't chase two rabbits, you can't ride two horses at the same time. You can't. You can't. I've been in business a long time. How do you think I built up my appraisal business? Was I doing 20 other things at once? No, I was doing that business. When I was working with Smartphone Medical, how do you think we brought in 60, 70 clients a month? Was I doing three other things? No, I wasn't. I focused on that. I helped take them from 3 to 5 clients a month to over 60 clients a month because I was 100% focused on that. You become successful in what you're doing now, and then the other opportunities will open. I can tell you right now, you know what one of my dreams has been? To become a public speaker, to tour around the world and speak. Motivational speaker. I would absolutely love that. And guess what rNetwork's doing for me? I'm getting exposure. Thousands of people know who I am now. At least 5% of you like me, maybe 6. But I'm saying I'm getting the exposure because of this. And I'm not out there doing motivational speeches. That I will go out there first selling this and promoting this business and becoming grossly successful in this, and then I will move on to that. That's how you find success. You lock in and you laser in, you focus in one thing, and you find success. Let's talk about multiple streams of income. rNetwork. Someone saves on a car, I can get paid. They save on a mortgage, I can get paid. They save on prescription medication, I can get paid. I can get paid on my upline, I can get paid on my sideline. I can get paid all over the place. I can save money on day one. I get paid if somebody buys shoes. I get paid if somebody buys jeans. I get paid if somebody buys a bar of soap. In this case, maybe toilet paper. Oh my gosh, how rich would I be if I got paid every time somebody bought toilet paper in the last 2 weeks? All of these thousands and thousands of items, I can be paid because somebody purchased that. Items that they buy every single day, and I don't have to go convince them that my jacket cures cancer. I don't have that burden on me. I don't have to worry about, look, you want to buy this? You want to get a discount? Great. You want to refer other people, make money? Great. Here you go. There's our business. Keep it simple, because that's what it is. I call it simple stupid. This is a simple business if you keep it simple. Attend the trainings, learn how to market this correctly, learn how to sell it, learn how to build teams, plug in and stay plugged in, invite your teams to plug in, and you will have success, because this is an amazing business model for you to have success. So with that, everybody, I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. I got to re-energize for the next 20 minutes and do this all over again at 7 o'clock for the corporate call. So everybody, love you. We will talk to you soon. Good night.